皆さんこんにちは、内野隆司です。私のゴルフの師匠であり、全米プロゴルフチャンピオンのラリー・ネルソンが人生のどん底で生きていることそのものと向き合った原点のお話でした。今回はそこから一転、彼の人生を大きく前に進めた出会いについて語ってもらいます。野球からゴルフへ、ただ競技が変わったのではありません。自分と向き合う姿勢、人生との向き合い方そのものが変わった瞬間です。それではどうぞ。
Yeah, golf is something that you can kind of learn from a book. The reason why I enjoyed going through the 5 fundamentals, that's what the name of the book was that I could learn one thing at a time. You know, and what you do, you teach movements and you teach position and you teach, the way you're supposed to move. Golf is very similar. The body is put in a position so it can work more efficiently. And so I started reading that book and started with the grip and went right through the 5 fundamentals. I don't swing like Ben Hogan, and he doesn't even say that that's what you need to do. He just said these are the fundamentals to every good golf swing.
And the Jeet Kune Do is a martial art of Bruce Lee. He talks about attributes. Each attributes that each person has is completely different from each other. So, outcome of a motion of martial art will be different. Like what you're saying, your swing might be different from Ben Hogan, even though 5 fundamentals are the same. So what will be the things that you can kind of advise the golfers who's pursuing this beautiful swing? And I fell into the pattern too. I was getting into forms all the time and forget about my attributes and activating my better attributes than others, and then I would be single much faster. But is there anything you can advise to the old golfers right now?
Well, I think you need to do what the same thing fundamentally that all the great players have done. Doesn't mean that you're going to be a great player, but you're going to be the best player you can be by following those fundamentals. And so the grip varies with different players. I mean, if you looked at the 2 players on the tour, you would see 4 or 5 different kinds of grips, whereas, strength or weak or whatever. So, there are a lot of things that can vary, but there are some things in the fundamentals that really can't vary and really produce a good swing. So I really kind of focused on things that I could do, not fashioning my swing after anyone, but just trying to put the fundamentals into the swing that I came up with that fit my body, basically.
Wow. I remember when you taught me, remember you at Atlanta Country Club, your country club, right? You showed me a strong player and a good player. And it was really interesting that you kind of a long haul and you hit 2 balls, and then it was I think almost like a floating green. And it was a rest would be you to be strong in the golf, you have to challenge and know you can do it. But if you challenge something you can't do it, that doesn't mean you're strong. But you have to hit short and made it a 3 on. But you made it a second one. You made it second on, and you got an eagle. And a good player, second shot was as a birdie. And you said, when you have a chance, the great players, you need to challenge, and you know when to do it and stuff. And then Drew was there. He was listening, your son. And I was quite impressive that you showed 2 of us, and it really stuck to me very much. And it really helps me in my life as well. And thank you.
No, you're welcome. But we have to know our limitations. There's, if you can only hit your 3-wood 230 yards in the air and you've got 235, yards to go, you wouldn't hit your 3-wood because, so I think knowing your limitations and playing within those will make you much happier and much more successful. So there's a fine line between aggressiveness and being smart. And I think golf requires a lot of smartness, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. Just learning what you can do and, sticking to it, and you'll be much better off.
Right. You sustained your training. Actually, you're a very unique major winner. After you started as a beginner golfer, only 7 years, I think. After that, you won the U.S. Open, right?
Well, I started playing in 1970, and I won the U.S. Open in 83. But I won my first tournament in 1979, so it would have been 9 years after I finished second on the money list on the PGA Tour, U.S. PGA Tour, after 9 years of learning how to play.
Wow. I've been playing a couple decades, but, really...
But you had other things to do. I mean, I was able to spend quite a bit of time learning about the game, maybe not actually practicing or doing that kind of thing, but learning how to do certain things. And then when I had a chance to go out and play, I had a chance to go play for 1 year. And that was all that I had to do, was go play and learn as much. So that 1 year, I probably practiced, played, hit balls more than you have in the last 30 or maybe 40.
Wow.
So it was a concentrated effort to get better.
Wow. But still, winning 9 years later, winning U.S. Open is not coincidence. It's something very, very, to us, it's a magical thing. And I know, you've done a lot of work. But if you are to say something more than just luck or your endeavor or effort, what would you say that is?
I think basically, I feel that God has a purpose for all of our lives. We are very fortunate when we find what that purpose is. And in 1975, I felt like that my purpose was to glorify God through my golf. And so I was no longer just playing for me. So that was, I think I made that decision, in 1975. And so from, the good and the bad that's happened from that, it was just, kind of life in general. But I really feel like that my purpose was to glorify God with my talent. And so I've been fortunate enough to see some good results from that.
いかがでしたでしょうか。ゴルフと出会ったラリーは競技者としてだけではなく、一人の人間として何を大切にするようになったのか。次回は勝負の世界で結果を出し続けてきた人間だけが持つ勝つことと生き方がどう結びついていくのかを掘り下げます。次回もどうぞお楽しみに。